My son would smell so bad of marijuana, and his clothes would be filthy. He would have urine-smelling pants. I would have to strip him at the door and then put him in the tub.
It's been an ongoing struggle between Jillian and her ex over access to their son. We're concealing her identity to protect her son's.
He would show up to pick him up completely intoxicated, and then he would freak out and swear at me when I would say, "You're not taking him, you're drunk."
Which led to more verbal abuse.
He's threatened to break into my house and steal my dogs. He's threatened to strangle me on multiple occasions.
Jillian's case has not yet been to court, but she had to replace her first lawyer after he dismissed her concerns.
He would just keep saying, "Oh, well, that's your son's father. You should just, go 50-50.
Coercive abuse does harm the child.
Cheryl Cordero says the courts often don't recognize that controlling and abusive behavior toward a spouse can signal potential danger to the child, even if the child is not being physically abused.
When the abuser no longer can reach their intended victim, they will claw into the next thing that they can get that will harm that victim, which is usually the child.
The problem, say legal experts, is a lack of opportunity to learn. Education around domestic violence is not required at law school, and there's no training for judges or lawyers on how to spot the warning signs. The House of Commons debated a private member's bill hoping to address that.
It is imperative for our judiciary to have access to complete training on complex and evolving matters.
If passed, it would add intimate partner violence and coercive control to the continuing education federal judges are required to undertake. It was inspired by the death of 4-year-old Ontario girl Kira Kagan, who was found dead with her father 2 years ago in what the family believes was a murder-suicide. Kira's mother and stepfather were watching.
As I started to recount the abuse I experienced at the hands of my ex-husband, the judge stopped me and said that it is not relevant to parenting.
But the law would not apply to provincial judges or lawyers, leaving some survivors feeling unprotected. Tara Carmen, CBC News, Vancouver.